Welcome to Top Thangs. Brace yourself as we journey through the haunting world of the darkest tales. Today we are set to explore a bone-chilling true crime case from the darkest corners of history that will leave you shivering in dread. Shall we begin the delve? The unforgivable past, the tale of the Moors murders. Before we delve into the specifics of the case, let's start by briefly introducing the Moors murders. This chilling tale originated in the 1960s in Greater Manchester, England. Two individuals, Brady and Myra Hindley, committed a series of heinous crimes that would forever mark them as two of Britain's most notorious murderers. Over a span of 2 years, they abducted, tortured and killed 5 children, burying their bodies on the Saddleworth Moor. The case shocked the nation, and even today it remains a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most ordinary of places. The Moors murders is a tale that continues to horrify people across the globe, not just for the sheer brutality of the crimes, but also for the cold, calculated nature of the killers. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this horrifying tale. The haunting details, unraveling the Moors murders. Continuing from where we left off, let's delve deeper into the horrifying tale of the Moors murders. Brady and Myra Hindley, a seemingly ordinary couple, turned out to be the perpetrators of some of the most gruesome crimes in British history. Their reign of terror began in 1963 when they lured a 16-year-old girl to their home under false pretenses, marking the beginning of a horrendous killing spree that would span 2 years. The couple would use a similar modus operandi for all their victims. They would lure children and teenagers to their home with promises of gifts, rides, or jobs. Once trapped, the victims would be subjected to unimaginable torture before being killed and buried on the Saddleworth Moor. The case finally broke in October 1965 when the brother-in-law of Hindley reported a suspicious package to the police. This led to a series of investigations that eventually exposed the couple's gruesome deeds. The discovery of their crime sent shockwaves throughout the country and beyond, forever etching the tale of the Moors murders into the annals of true crime history. Join us in our next segment as we explore the aftermath of these heinous acts and the lasting impact they had on society. As we step into the aftermath of the Moors murders, we find a society grappling with shock and horror. The revelation of such monstrous acts being committed by a seemingly ordinary couple left the nation in disbelief. The media coverage was relentless, painting a vivid picture of the atrocities committed by Brady and Hindley. The public was outraged, demanding justice for the innocent lives lost. The trial was one of the most publicized in British history, with the couple receiving life sentences for their crimes. The Moors themselves became a grim symbol of the murders, with many avoiding the once popular hiking spot out of respect for the victims. The case also sparked changes in legislation, leading to stricter laws regarding child protection and safety. The memory of the Moors murders still lingers in the minds of many, serving as a chilling reminder of the depths of human depravity. In our next segment, we'll delve into the psychological aspect of this case, exploring what might have driven Brady and Hindley to commit such horrific acts. In our pursuit to unravel the darkest tales of true crime, we often find ourselves questioning the unthinkable. What drives a person to commit such heinous acts? As we delve deeper into the psychology behind the Moors murders, we must tread carefully, for we are entering the unnerving territory of the human mind at its darkest. Brady and Myra Hindley, dubbed the Moors murderers, were not born as monsters. Their transformation from ordinary individuals to cold-blooded killers raises unsettling questions about nature, nurture, and the potential for evil within us all. While Brady had a troubled childhood marked by petty crime, Hindley's upbringing was relatively uneventful. It was their toxic relationship that seemed to have ignited this deadly spark. Brady, with his fascination for Nazi ideology and sadistic tendencies, appeared to have influenced Hindley, who was besotted by him. Psychologists believe they may have suffered from antisocial personality disorder, characterized by a disregard for the rights of others. Their lack of empathy, remorse, and their manipulative behavior are classic symptoms. But it's essential to remember that mental disorders are not a direct path to criminal behavior. Many people with similar conditions lead non-violent lives. In the end, the exact motives behind the Moors murders may forever remain a mystery. What we do know is that this case serves as a stark reminder of the potential darkness that can reside within the human psyche. Next, we'll continue to explore the chilling effects this case had on society and the lasting impacts it left behind. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the darkest tales of true crime. As we continue our exploration into the darkest tales of true crime, we now turn our attention to the societal reactions and lasting impacts of the Moors murders. The gruesome nature of the crimes, combined with the young age of the victims, sent shockwaves through the United Kingdom and beyond. The public, having been introduced to a new level of evil, responded with a mix of fear, anger, and disbelief. The media played a significant role in shaping the narrative, with newspapers and television broadcasts providing relentless coverage of the case. The murderers, Brady and Myra Hindley, were vilified and became symbols of pure evil. The Moors murders also provoked a significant shift in societal perceptions of crime and punishment. Many called for the reinstatement of the death penalty, which had been abolished just a year before Brady and Hindley were brought to trial. The case also led to changes in how missing children cases were handled, with the police and the public becoming more vigilant. Despite the passage of time, the legacy of the Moors murders continues to cast a long shadow over society. The case serves as a grim reminder of the depths to which humanity can sink, but also of the resilience and determination to seek justice for the victims. As we delve deeper into these dark tales, we are reminded of the importance of understanding and learning from our past. In our next episodes, we will explore other cases that have left an indelible mark on society. Let's take a step back and delve into the chilling history of the Moors murders. This infamous case took place in Manchester, England between 1963 and 1965. Brady and Myra Hindley, a seemingly ordinary couple, were responsible for the abduction, torture and murder of 5 children aged between 10 and 17. These horrific crimes were committed on the Saddleworth Moor, a desolate landscape that would later give the case its name. The discovery of the victims' bodies buried in the moor shocked the nation and the world. The couple's cold-blooded nature and lack of remorse during their trial further horrified the public, contributing to their notoriety. It's important to remember, however, that behind this dark tale are the innocent lives that were tragically cut short. As we continue our journey into the darkest tales of true crime, we pay tribute to the victims and remind ourselves of the importance of vigilance and justice in protecting the most vulnerable among us. Let us explore the painstaking investigation and the haunting aftermath of the Moors murders. Following the disappearance of the children, an extensive manhunt was launched, but it was not until a tip-off from Myra's brother-in-law that the police were led to the couple's home. There they discovered a grisly photographic evidence that linked the couple to the Moors and eventually led to the unearthing of the victims' bodies. Brady and Hindley were subsequently arrested and charged with murder. The trial that followed was one of the most publicized in British history. Despite the overwhelming evidence against them, both Brady and Hindley maintained their innocence, causing further outrage and shock. Eventually they were found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. The aftermath of the Moors murders left an indelible scar on the British psyche. The case led to significant changes in the UK's criminal justice system and child protection policies. Despite the passage of time, the horror of these crimes remains fresh in the nation's memory. The Moors murders serve as a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of everyday life and the importance of eternal vigilance in the fight to protect our children. In the wake of the Moors murders, the British society was left grappling with the unimaginable horrors that had taken place in their midst. The legacy of these horrific crimes still lingers, even after more than half a century. As we delve into this, let's remember that the lessons learned from these dark events have led to significant changes in the way crimes are investigated and prosecuted. The case brought about a major shift in public attitudes towards child safety, leading to stricter laws and regulations. The introduction of the Sarah's Law in 2000, which allows parents in England and Wales to check if someone has a criminal record as a sex offender, was directly influenced by the Moors murders. The media coverage of the case also led to changes in journalistic ethics and practices. Moreover, the Moors murders case has been a constant source of inspiration for authors, filmmakers, and artists who have used it to explore questions of morality, justice, and the nature of evil. However, the most important legacy of the Moors murders is perhaps the enduring memory of the victims, whose lives were tragically cut short. Their stories serve as a poignant reminder of the importance of vigilance and protection of the most vulnerable members of our society. Now, we'll take a step back to provide a brief recap for those who may not be familiar with the specifics of the Moors murders. Between July 1963 and October 1965, Ian Brady and Myra Hindley, also known as the Moors murderers, committed a series of heinous crimes that shook the United Kingdom to its core. The victims were 5 children aged between 10 and 17. Pauline Reed, John Kilbride, Keith Bennett, Leslie Ann Downey and Edward Evans. They were lured away, horrifically abused and then brutally murdered. The bodies were later buried on Saddleworth Moor in Greater Manchester. The sinister nature of these crimes and the cold-bloodedness of the murderers sent shockwaves through society, leading to a nationwide manhunt. Eventually, Brady and Hindley were arrested and convicted, spending the rest of their lives in prison. The Moors murders case remains one of the most chilling chapters in the annals of British criminal history. It's a stark reminder of the depth of human depravity and the importance of protecting the innocent. In the wake of such monstrous crimes, it's easy to lose sight of the individuals who suffered the most, the victims. In this segment, we aim to shed light on the lives of the 5 children who were tragically taken too soon by the Moors murderers. Pauline Reed, a 16-year-old girl who loved dancing, John Kilbride, a 12-year-old boy with a heart full of dreams, Keith Bennett, a 12-year-old who enjoyed school, Leslie Ann Downey, a 10-year-old who loved her family deeply, and Edward Evans, a 17-year-old with a promising future. These were not just victims, but individuals with hopes, dreams, and lives that were brutally cut short. By remembering them, we give them a voice and ensure their stories continue to be told. We also underscore the importance of vigilance and community in preventing such horrific crimes in the future. As we conclude our journey into one of the darkest chapters of true crime history, it's important to reflect on the key lessons we've learned. The Moors murders serve as a chilling reminder of the depths humanity can sink to, but also the resilience of communities in the face of adversity. We've examined society's reaction, delved into the dark psychology of the murderers, and remembered the innocent victims whose lives were tragically cut short. We've also looked at the investigation and the lasting impact of these crimes. It's crucial to remember these events, not to dwell on the horror, but to ensure such atrocities are never repeated. Above all, let us remember the victims, for they are the ones who truly deserve our thoughts. Their stories serve as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance, community, and compassion in our world today.